Hi, I'm Medaska, and I'm going to walk you through quickly how to copy a course in Blackboard. First of all, you want to be in the course that you're going to copy, which will be your source, and I will show you how to copy it and bring it to your destination course. So start in your source copy, which is the course you want to copy from. I'm in my 2020 Microcomputer Applications course. I will scroll down to the course management section, and under packages and utilities I will go to course copy. So under packages and utilities you will click on course copy. In course copy I will walk you through this page. Select copy type. That would be course copy materials into an existing course. There are no other options. This is the exact one you want. Destination course ID, I would click on browse. Scroll down and choose the course that you would want to copy into. Select the radio button, select submit, and that will populate up into the text dialog box. Next would be select course materials. I would systematically go through this one by one. In the different sections you will have your content area sections. Now yours will not be the same as mine. Your content area will be exactly as you had created in a previous course. If I scroll up to the top, all these in here would be my content areas that I have created. If you scroll down, here are my content areas, including homepage, setup. Homepage will basically be the first page that you see. The setup page will basically be how it's put together. Content, for me, majority of my info is in the content tab at the top, so I would check off content. Notice when you do that, content area gets checked off. I also have a website and term project that I utilize, so I would check that off. I have midterm and final, so I would check that off. Again, what you check off would be at your discretion what you utilize. I have an extra credit link. I have a department project that everyone submits. For this semester I've been utilizing online weeks for the second half of the course. I've also created links for tutoring and instructional information and videos for my IT lab. So I've clicked on those. Scrolling down, next is the adaptive release rules for content. As you can see, user criteria will not be captured if enrollments are not included. Assignments, submissions will not be captured if grade center columns and settings are not included. I normally leave that blank. I never select that. Announcements, if you have the same announcements every semester, you can check this off. I do not, so hence I will not check it off. Attendance, I do not check off by default. Blogs, if you've created blogs like a welcome blog or an informational blog that you want to carry forward semester by semester, gladly check that off. If you're utilizing the calendar, which I am not, but you could, you check off the calendar. Contacts, I usually do not check off. Content alignment, if you put together content alignment in the back end of the course, you could check it off, but I have not. Discussion boards, I do utilize. So I've clicked on discussion boards. You can either choose starter posts for each thread, but since I do not utilize starter posts, I also only have the forums that are in there, and I create starter posts for myself each semester. Scrolling down, I do not check off glossary. Grade center and column settings is a must. If you're going to keep the same grade settings and not change them, then you need to check this off. If you're going to change up your grade settings, then you can start from scratch at the next semester when you go through. Group settings, I do not check that off. That's if you had any group projects or formed groups in there. If you've created journals, you can check that off. That will carry any journals forward. Retention center rules, if you need to check that off, you can as well. Again, I do not. Rubrics, if you created any rubrics for grading and you want to utilize the same ones, check that off and bring it forward. Watch when I check off settings. By default, it'll say banner, language pack, and navigation settings, which is fine. That's exactly what I leave. I do not change availability, guest, or observer access settings. Tasks, if you've created any of those, you can check off. I have not. A big one for me are tests, surveys, and pools. Tests are any exams that you're creating. Surveys are any non-graded questionnaires that you may have distributed. And pools are question banks that you may have imported from your publisher or have maybe possibly have created yourself. And then also if you've created any wikis, which I have not, you would check off that box there. Scrolling down, course files, by default it's going to be copy links and copy of the content. I leave that as is. I do not change that. And then finally, towards the bottom, enrollment, include enrollments of the copy. I do not, because each semester you will have a new enrollment, so by default I will not bring old students in. Once I click submit, the submit button, it would actually begin the copying process, which takes usually about 3 to 5 minutes, probably even less. Once you go to your new section that you've copied to, which is your destination, all of your content which you selected should be in there. Make sure to click on everything, check it, make sure that the links are not dead or they have not been misplaced. But other than that, this should literally be a 3 to 5 minute project once you get it down. Once again, my name is Rob Medaska, and this has been a quick overview of copying a course from one section to another.